Yeah! What is going on, everybody? And welcome back to the absolute best show in all of pro wrestling and sports entertainment. You know what time it is. It is Tuesday. Who hell knows what time of clock it is? Because I don't even know what coast I'm on. Yes, I do. I'm on the best coast. Ha! I'm back. As you see, almost messed up the timing. It's early and shit. I was rushing, but we here.
Serge is back on the West Coast, son. He feeling good, rejuvenated.
Fucking crip walking this shit.
He's for real. Like, that is for real.
Yo, who do you think? I swear
back. It's Tuesday. What's good? I'm back. I ain't gonna
back. Yeah, we missed Dre last week. I was out here just freestyling for 30 minutes. Shout out to Lee, by the way. Lee, thank you so much for joining us on the show as well. That was fantastic.
Yes. Thank you.
But it's always been fantastic to have Dre back. Dre was out there, you know what I'm saying, working and doing all kinds of dope shit. But before I got them damn notes, look at that shit. Boy, we ain't even notes. Got them all right there. So we are ready. We are absolutely ready today. On today's menu, we are going to go ahead and talk about all things pro wrestling and sports entertainment. And again, if you guys are just joining us after us kind of just wilding out for a hot second, you are watching the Royal Rundown, the absolute best show in all pro wrestling and sports entertainment right here live. You can catch us each and every week, usually after NXT, which I wasn't able to watch. So I'm about to get a little preview of that right now, but you can check us out right here exclusively on the Scraps YouTube page, the fastest growing YouTube page in all of combat sports. So go ahead and let them know. What? So we have that, but thank you so much, and check us out there. Miss Dre, we got a lot of wrestling to talk about. AEW still has a gaggle of drama. We will go ahead and jump into that. Not only will we go ahead and jump into that, NXT Raw consistently goes out there and just shows out. Pro wrestling, I feel like it's better than it has been a long time, but let's go ahead and do this, because before we jumped on, like I said, I just came from another show. I was out here doing other things. We was talking about boxing. Yes. And I wasn't able to watch Raw. I wasn't able to watch. Look at me calling it Raw. I wasn't able to watch NXT. So you said something happened with one of my brethren from the bloodline. Bloodline on top of some other things.
All I'm saying, okay. So I had to ask, first of all, what's up, Royal Rundown family? I missed y'all. I missed y'all. Second of all, we all know that Serge is the Lost Oos. We know this. This is things we know here at the Royal Rundown family. He is unofficially a part of the bloodline.
My hair down today.
Listen, he will fight Sami Zayn for that spot, okay?
Like legitimately.
And he kind of looked like he would work in the pictures. So it would work. You know?
Absolutely. Look, we all got the same bone structure.
And while y'all do. I love it. But what I must say, and I missed this, obviously in real time because I missed y'all last week. We saw the debut of Solo Sikoa on the main roster. He came through at Clash of the Castle and helped make sure Big Oos, his cousin Roman, retained the Universal WWE All the People Championships. He got those. Showed up on Raw this past week and SmackDown and all of that. He's on the main roster. This man showed up on NXT today.
He came back.
He showed up.
Okay.
He was not listed on the card. He was not supposed to be there. The North American champion Carmelo Hayes was supposed to defend his.
And we love Carmelo Hayes here on the Royal Rundown. Absolutely love him.
We do, for every reason you could possibly love a person. Yes, absolutely. We enjoy.
I don't
Carmelo
love him
Hayes
for the exact same reasons that Dre loves him for.
I'm just saying we enjoy watching. We enjoy watching his work, is what I'm saying.
1,000%. 1,000%.
And he was supposed to be. The fans had voted that he was going to be facing Wes Lee for the North American Championship.
Yes, that I remember.
However, somewhere during the show, because I did miss the beginning of the show, they took Mr. Wesley out. Mello and Trick come out at the end for the main event, and there's no one for him to fight. And your boy, the youngest Oos, Solo Sikoa, makes a triumphant return to NXT 2.0. And they have the match in the new NXT North American champion.
So wait, time out. You mean to tell me
is your boy Solo Sequoia? One time, throw it up for the.
Come on. So you mean they are gonna have all the belts? Like, do you? Oh, and by the way, I don't know if you guys are hearing on the dirt sheets and on all the sheets what we got out here. What is happening is this. It sounds like there are no internal plans to let Roman lose the chip this year. Just to say that one more time. This year.
That's in the year of our Lord 2022.
They like that shit ain't happening. They like Roman gonna do Roman shit, okay, as long as we got it. So I'm loving it. Yes.
Every member of the bloodline has belts.
Yes.
Every single, including the youngest Zeus. And according to commentary, everyone's confused now. Does that mean the North American Championship is coming to SmackDown?
Yeah.
That was said. And
oh my goodness.
Oh, that's the reaction I was looking for, Serge. I wanted to see.
Oh my goodness. Oh my
how you felt
goodness.
About that lovely breaking news here on the Royal Rundown. New.
What you mean?
North
Not
American
only do we have the new.
Mm-hmm.
You mean to tell me, because when you were saying I was excited, but I think I wasn't as excited because I'm like, well, damn, does that mean Solo gonna have to go back down to NXT? Like, that's how I felt about it, right? But this little shred of news, the little tidbit that you put on top of that, the little sauce on it, the commentary team said, oh, I wonder if he's gonna defend this on SmackDown. So what we are seeing now with Trips is that because Ricochet,
these are the serious hands.
Ricochet has come down. They are making this one real universe where people can go back and forth and people can actually go down and work on shit, and people can, from the main roster, can put people over on NXT before they come up. What? Are they actually doing that?
And dare I, and as an old school NXT watcher, then that is where I had my lovely internship when I was in grad school, was at NXT, which was a good time. I actually got to see this. That is actually what happened. Cesaro used to come through when he was still Antonio Cesaro, used to come through and put people over. There used to always be at least one main roster like visitor for each TV taping, and sometimes they didn't lose all the time, but a lot of times they would win. They would go over the NXT person, but they would still put them over in a really competitive match. If you watch the first NXT arrival, Natalya is literally putting over Charlotte. Like, it is it's a good match. Like, it's really fun. So, those are things that they're not new things. These are just things I think are being re-implemented. And if you notice the types, I think they've picked the right superstars to go back to NXT 2.0. We can't even say back, because a lot of these people, only Solo really is the only one that was actually a previous competitor in 2.0. Apollo was part of Black and Gold NXT. Finn Balor was part of Black and Gold NXT. Ciampa was part of Black and Gold NXT. So, like, these are people that, to use the terms going back isn't actually all the way accurate. And I can see how that's a nice little storyline touch you can use for these people, for main roster people going to NXT 2.0 for a couple of episodes or a couple of weeks or whatever. I think it's a great thing. I think it works great for both sides. It's also, it helps everyone. If NXT is developmental in real life, which it actually is, even though it's on a major network, this is what better way to make your top tier people in NXT even better than mixing them up with main roster people. Then you really see what they're made up of.
And
I have a thought.
It gives. Please let me know.
Sorry, I'm excited. I've been gone.
This is great. So I got. Let us know. Go ahead, please.
We got stuff to talk about. Also, although Carmelo Hayes just lost that lovely North American NXT title, Carmelo Hayes and Solo Sequoia have had a great rivalry on NXT 2.0. Does that mean we're taking this rivalry
to
the main
SmackDown.
roster.
It sounds like it because we already know if they're allowing Carmelo Hayes to lose that title, you know what that means. When champions lose their titles in NXT, it's just about that time. It's about that time for you to go up there and come up with the big boys. And we've spoken about this here as well as on the infamous group chat. He's been ready. He came to NXT ready though. He was one of those guys. And he's like, and now he's even more refined. Him, right. You know, Santos, Escobar, like these guys are ready, polished, and you can just insert them. Now you can literally do exactly what you did with Solo Sikoa. You just insert him in there and he looks like he belongs. Yeah. Well, granted, he looks like everybody else on his team, but he looks in his skill set,
that whole DNA
promo skill, it makes it feel as if he really belongs there. And the fact that now they gave him the belt, like I cannot wait until Friday when I get to see all of them walk out together and hold up all the belts. Like I can't wait to check out Rikishi's timeline after that just to see him like gushing over all of his kids, all four of his sons. Moment. You know what I'm saying? All four of his sons. Yeah, yes, we know that Roman's not one of his sons, but he grew up in his house, so he's damn near his son.
Yeah,
same shit. Okay, he grew up in his house. You know what I'm saying? And vice versa. All right, I love that.
Dope. It's dope.
Oh, it's super dope.
And to go to your earlier point, I mean, WWE is been a very fun product to watch the last month or so since Triple H has taken over for creative.
And truthfully, trust.
Everything ain't perfect. You know what I mean? There are things that aren't really, really working, but there's also there are some fundamental things that have been adjusted so well to the point where now we're looking forward to watch. How dare I look forward to watching a 3-hour Raw? Like 3 hours is still too long, but still, like I'm all right, it's coming on. Let me watch it real quick. Like, oh, I missed the first hour. Let me watch the next two, you know, and then I'll go back and watch the first one later. It's
right.
It's must see TV at this point.
Which is wild to say.
It's wild. If you go back 4 or 5 episodes, you was cussing them out. You was ready to be done. You was gonna be done.
Ready to be done. I was done. You was done. Like I was like this. There it makes. I literally said it makes no sense for me to sit here.
Nothing matters.
Nothing matters. Nothing makes sense. And now everything matters. They literally had Bobby Lashley walk out there and check Seth. Like we're seeing these guys interacting in a way that we haven't seen them interact in years. And it's just like everything. Please.
No, please. Everything matters. No. I was agreeing with you on that. The backstage things, how they kind of connect.
I love it.
How stories are dovetailing within each other, but not stepping on each other.
Exactly. Has everything been perfect? No, but everything is pretty damn solid.
And like even when there's so much good, you can ignore the bad. You can tell they were involved in their characters. Yes.
Everybody feels like they have they're everything from their promos to, you know, the way that they sound like actual people. They like Rhonda used to sound like she was legitimately reading a script. Now she
was malfunctioning. She used to sound like she was malfunctioning.
Yeah, and now she sounds like an actual person. And then doing little things like, oh my God, having her link up with an actual real life friend of hers in Shayna Baszler, something that we've all been saying should happen from the beginning. But it's like, let's stop. Like, I love the fact that they're starting to do. Let's stop pretending like there isn't a real world out there. That shit doesn't happen, right? Like other shit happens. There's other organizations. Everything it is. Let's break the fucking fourth wall.
People had careers before they came to WWE.
You know what I'm saying? Like this is WWE universe. But let's break this fourth wall. Let's sit here. Let's talk about New Japan. Let's talk about AEW. Let's talk about people from over there. When you come over here, Cody, what, you came over here because you didn't want to play in the little kids table anymore? Like they can do those type of things. You know, yes, I didn't nobody say that. I said that. But
I mean, damn, my heart, Jesus, my chest.
It looks like a little kid table right now.
But they're doing
like
a lot
they all
right
need
now.
naps.
They're doing so much right now. AEW is doing
naps at AEW, all of them. I ain't never seen so much ego.
Everybody go in the corner right now.
Life. Everybody get a timeout. Tony, you two, take your ass over there. I ain't got no time for none of y'all. You sit over there. Acclaimed. Everybody loves the Acclaimed, so you can go stand over there, swerving them.
Cool.
You're cool. Eddie, go home, Eddie. Go home.
No, because Eddie actually took his punishment like a G.
He did.
And he said he was wrong.
Crumbling.
And he was, you know, I give Eddie props because he was very much like, I shouldn't have taken it there. I served my little sentence or whatever, and I'm good.
But I got more to the bigger picture of how the energy in that locker room is.
Sure. But
he took it like a G because you're right. He's a grown ass real motherfucker. So he's gonna take that shit on the chin and be like, you know, pimps fuck up sometimes, my bad. And he's gonna keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? But the rest of these niggas, like, okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead and say what you're gonna say, but then I want to circle back.
Okay, wait, because are we getting into this AEW stuff? Because you know I didn't get a chance to talk about it.
Well, I don't want you to lose your train of thought, because I gotta talk about my favorite story of the week.
What is your favorite story of the week, Sergio? Vicente.
My boy, Dom Mysterio.
Sweet Jesus. And the gosh darn Judgment Day
is a man.
I'm not going to do this.
Dom is a man.
I'm not about
to
do
this. You guys heard it here first. Woo! He went out there.
Y'all, help him.
I couldn't have been more. Eddie is smiling down right now.
Sweet Jesus.
Proud, okay? Come on. I'm going to tell my kids that's Eddie in China.
I cannot. Lord, China, we trying to let you rest, baby girl. Now, I can't.
All right, look. All jokes aside, people been giving Dom hella hate, okay? I've been seeing y'all on the Twitter sphere. Hold on. Where is this? I've been seeing y'all online talking shit, okay? Throwing dirt on my man's name like he ain't been wrestling only for 2 years. He just picked this shit up. And you guys over here judging this man because he don't do the Three Amigos as clean as Eddie Guerrero. Nobody does the Three Amigos as clean as Eddie Guerrero, except for Logan Paul. But that's the only one.
I cannot.
So look, all right, we'll get back to that.
Sergio, sir.
Yes.
Mi hermano.
Yes. Latino heat.
Black
Latino heat.
You are. I mean, look now, sir. There is documentation on this here channel of you giving Dominic Mysterio the business. You talked about that boy.
Everything that I said, I stand on. He needs to get his ass in the weight room. Rhea should not be able to manhandle you like that. Hold your own, son.
Height. Like, what you mean?
I'm not talking about height. I'm talking about other things. He don't got no muscles. And that's why his Three Amigos, he couldn't turn Edge the way he wanted to because he didn't have rotation. Wasn't rotating. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have that oomph that he needed to twist and twerk.
This choreography we doing.
He didn't have that. You know, but no, man, fuck y'all. I love heel Dom. He went out there and had cut a promo. He ain't never cut no promo before. And y'all hating on it. He ain't never cut no promo before. And y'all mad at the first promo he cuts. I didn't even know what he sounded like till yesterday.
Dang.
And then he finally comes out here, does his little promo. Hello. You know what I'm saying? Like, he looks in the fucking camera and shit. We know what it was.
That is a tear. It is coming out my eyeball, sir. You were so stupid.
Dog, I loved all jokes aside, I loved every aspect of it. And then even the little bit where Rhea leans in, because again, she is part of the promo. What you say to him? He started talking real breezy after that too.
That's between Rhea and Dom, okay? Yo, I have been the only one on this lovely podcast that has been trying to I'm supportive of Dom Mysterio. I still am. I think the man is learning on the job. And this is one of those things where nepotism is working and we just gonna let it rock. Okay. Like
nepotism don't ever work for us. I'm happy it's working this time.
We are going to let it rock. He has a lot of work to do, obviously.
Real quick.
Surrounded by the
fantastic. He has one of the best frog splashes since Eddie. Dead ass. That is one thing that he does. Dom has a fantastic frog. He's one of the best frog splashes today.
I'm gonna have to watch that again.
I am telling you, go back. Dom has a fantastic. He gets height. He like brings it in. Like Dom has a fantastic. I'm not saying he's a great wrestler. I'm saying he has a fantastic frog splash. I'm saying he has one of the best frog splashes in the game.
Still present.
I'm
saying. Okay.
I said.
Let me not misquote you. Let me not misquote you.
You know what I'm saying? That's how bullshit gets started online. Serge is saying that Dom is the best thing to Eddie Guerrero. I didn't say that.
Katie tweeted for us. He said it.
I didn't say that shit. Don't y'all tweet that shit. I didn't say it. I said he has one of. Okay.
Joel. Dre brought the receipts and Serge brings the notes. Dynamic duo. That's right.
Damn right. Let him know.
And that is why. Shits. That's why we work
on a brown moleskin. You see that?
That's a notebook. Okay, that is gorgeous. You got calligraphy in there. That's not even handwriting, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Shit, I got my notes from here and my notes from my therapy session.
I know that's right. Come on, mental health. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was sitting there in therapy, boohooing about some shit. I don't know what. Every time I see you, I just
look. Fuck. Team Pisces, that's what we do. We just be feeling stuff.
Man, for no reason. I'm crying during commercials, yo.
Yo, the Little Mermaid teaser.
Come on, yo. I was
sitting It's only 3 seconds long.
I'm like, look at Black Ariel. And then I think about like how Ariel was definitely not a feminist. Like, she was whack.
Why are you like
the wackest of all the princesses, Ariel.
Why are you like this?
Truth teller. Okay.
Look, your story of the week is the Judgment Day stuff. I'm enjoying it. I don't have a problem with it. It's fine.
I have to say, I loved how, again, we're talking about stories dovetailing.
Sure.
Them trying to recruit people. Somebody said this earlier.
Why are they still recruiting? Katie.
Yeah, because I love it. I love it. Go out there, snatch them all. They're out here collecting Pokemon. They gotta catch them all. They're out there having a fantastic time, snatching motherfuckers up, doing their damn thing. And you know what? It makes it with Riddle, it made sense, right?
It did.
His boy, we don't know what's happening to his boy. And by the way, I cannot be the only one. I cannot wait till RO comes back and RKO's fucking Riddle. Everybody's gonna break, your heart's gonna break, and I'm gonna giggle my ass off. But
I don't. Yeah.
But that's gonna be like that dynamic and bringing them in, and even how it didn't work, and how it continued their feud with Seth. And how they're in, and then you had fucking Eddie jumping in and all kinds of, not Eddie, I'm sorry, Ray jumping in, doing his shit fucking thing. I got Eddie on the brand. I just bought his shirt. But
Serge been watching old Eddie matches, so yeah, he got.
I have been watching Eddie Guerrero matches nonstop. In my opinion, I don't care what anybody says. Eddie Guerrero is my personal wrestling GOAT.
You're not gonna get much fight out of me or nobody else with good sense. So
nope. And if you do, and thing is, I feel like the more I watch, the more it solidifies to me how my man's GOAT standing. You know what I'm saying?
GOAT standing. Okay.
GOAT standing. All right. All right. What else in WWE that we have really been enjoying?
I need to talk about my favorite segment.
Yes.
Of the
what is
week
yours?
So far.
Please. Oh, I know where you're going with this.
And of this week, but our boy, Canadia's own.
Canada.
Kevin Owens, I think, just gave us the promo of the year. His promo with Austin Theory on Monday.
Say it again. My man got his name back.
He got his name. Austin is a Theory and Matthew is a Riddle. Amen. Look, folks got their names back.
Amen.
Thank you, Trips, again.
Thank you, Trips.
But I genuinely think that Kevin Owens just gave us the promo of the year. It's going to be real. I mean, we got a couple months left of the year, but I really think it's going to be hard to top that. That was one of those promos where you absolutely knew not a single word was written on a piece of paper.
Nope.
That was also one of those, that is a character saving promo, and not his character, but Austin Theory's. That just saved this man's character.
I think they all felt it going the wrong way.
They got us invested now. Now we're all invested. And first of all, this man has the briefcase, right? Austin Theory has the briefcase, and none of us care. Not a single human cares.
No one takes him
got
seriously.
The belts. He came out during Clash of the Castle. No one really thought he was going to get the cash.
How great was it that even KO talked about that? Like, dude, so what if you cash it in? You weren't going to beat either of them. Like it wasn't happening. Like it wasn't. It was like so for him to it was
said.
Yes.
And like it wasn't just the words; it was the delivery. And now Kevin Owens has been I'm not gonna call him a silent GOAT because that's not accurate. But he has been just one of those steady hands in WWE since he has been there. You can get Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, two of the steadiest hands.
Trips guy.
I mean, are we
Trips
surprised?
Guy? Like literally, like when he said that one line. Where I've been that guy where it was literally handed to me. Like in that moment, if and all of us who are watching here live, you are here watching the absolute best show in all of pro wrestling and sports entertainment because you are a fan of the thing, the sport, all of this madness. So we all have seen the picture. We all have seen it. Trips handing him the Universal Championship. We've seen it. And he was literally handed it to him, and he lifted his arm up. We saw it, and for him to bring that back was just shut.
It's one of those things where when you were talking about being frustrated with watching WWE, a month or so ago, and you were talking about how nothing makes sense, and how as an audience member, why am I going to continue to watch this week for week if I'm not rewarded for watching? And that was an example of rewarding your audience for sticking with you and watching it every week or watch for however long you've watched it. When you go back to these things, that's rewarding to people who continuously watch the show every week. Mm-hmm. Kevin Owens, I cannot stress to you, one of my favorite things about professional wrestling in general is when a wrestler can look down the camera or look at another performer and give me words and I believe them.
Absolutely.
Kevin Owens is one of the most believable people, pro wrestlers in the game today. Like he is so believable. And like, yeah, Carrie, I really think it is. And like, not even if it's not soon,
but he's gonna try.
Right. But even if it's not soon, it doesn't like it could be whenever it is. It keeps reminding us that first of all, Austin Theory has a damn briefcase because we keep forgetting. Let's just be clear. We keep forgetting. Even though he comes out every week with it, we were like, oh right, he's got the thing. Second of all, it's
like lame now, right? It feels lame. That's what it's so washed, and like him keeps walking out there. He might just walk out here with a chair because he uses it to hit people with from time to time. He should just be the chair guy because he's not going out there and getting shit.
But I also have to give Austin props too. When you put a performer that is talented, right? They haven't hit their stride yet, but they're talented, and they have talent.
And he is somebody as young as he is, has been a champion everywhere he has gone because he is somebody who is one of those guys, student of the game. Loves it. He's passionate about it.
The man is talented. He's he is not whack in real life. The character has been whack, but the person, he is not whack. But when he hangs out with
black people, he can't be whack.
You're so stupid. My father used to tell me this when I was a softball player growing up, played softball in college all day, all that, right? And my father used to tell me that, when you play against better competition, you get better. Mm-hmm. So when Austin Theory is standing there in front of Kevin Owens, he is forced to be better.
Yep.
And if you watch that promo from Monday, night again, that's some of the best character work that Austin Theory has done since he was on NXT when he was working with Johnny Gargano and them.
I wonder why. And now he's in a story with both of them. And beautiful segue, might I add. Johnny Gargano had his first match on NXT Raw. And man,
this man is gonna call Raw NXT Raw forever. And y'all gonna be so confused what show we talking about. And I'm gonna have to just keep saying he means Raw, Monday Night Raw.
NXT Raw is
Lord Jesus.
fantastic. And Johnny Gargano goes out there, and I'll be honest with you. Like,
I missed the way too, Carrie. They were fun. One time for Mrs. Johnny Wrestling. I missed them.
Look, I have to say this. That dude, people talk about his size and saying, does he have the charisma and everything else to carry a company? Can he do it? Look, man, at the end of the day, yeah, I was listening to some people talk about Johnny.
Oh, they were reckless?
I'm talking about super reckless.
Ooh.
And after watching him perform, after however long it's been off, looks in honestly the best shape that he's ever been in. He was a little pudgy before. He comes back just ripped up. Like, I don't know if that's like when Trips calls you, you're like, hold on, him, Braun. Everybody who's came back in crazy shape, right?
with 18 extra abs. Like,
you know what I'm saying? Just super crazy shape. So he comes back. He's made a huge account of himself. He's in shape, and then they pair him perfectly. They put him out there with Mr. Shoosh himself, and they,
one time for Chad Gable, because I think he got his name back too.
One time for Chad. Yes, they gave him Chad his name back. Chadwick Gable. We gave him his name back, and
or Chadler,
first of his name. Whatever. But it's great to see, because that was a great match. You put two people in there who can really go, And one thing that I've talked about here, and Dre, I know you and I have spoken about this. We talk about the type of wrestling that like you and I like really like, you know what I mean? And that's why even when we talk about GOATs and all these things, it's just like, yo, these are the type of wrestlers and characters and things that whether it be see yourself in or just you're just more attracted to when you see it, right?
Right.
And watching, whether it be from my combat sports background, watching wrestlers who can really go, and they're like, there's a certain level of intensity, and there's a speed and quickness and intensity and technique that they have that shows you that, look, they're actually, they work on this. This isn't bullshit. This isn't just going out there and jumping off of tables and chairs. These people are putting in the work and learning, like as we talk collar and elbow. They're working, they're using the grappling and all these other things, and they look like legitimate ass kickers. Johnny Gargano and Mr. Gable put on a fantastic show. Went out there and I'm talking about, I was standing up in my living room. You get that stand up when I can tell I'm getting older, because I got like that dad walk, you know what I'm saying? Like I be walking by, like I'm like doing shit and it's like all in the background. And then I see it, like, how you like stop and you put your drink down. Next thing you know, I'm sitting here, my arms crossed in front of the TV, just staring, just looking. And then 2 seconds later, I'm just on the very edge of the seat, leaning in. You know what I'm saying? And then before you know, I'm like, I'm jumping up and down, right?
And then we texting, and then we're like, are you seeing this? Are you seeing
Exactly. And yes, and they gave Kieran his hair back.
Yo,
you know what I'm saying? And
Kieran never had hair. He didn't have hair before.
I'm glad they allowed him to grow it, because he looks debonair. He looks smooth. That with the leather jacket and the pop collar, he looked. You know why I didn't ever even try to follow him? He looked like a skinhead back in the day.
You are the worst. Like, I knew he was gonna say it, and I was trying to.
He did though. Am I wrong?
You're not.
Exactly. So I was just like, you guys were like, this guy's really good. I was like, I don't care. Like, I'm look, yes, maybe it's bougie, maybe it's weird, maybe it's whatever. If I don't like your appearance as a professional wrestler, I don't fuck with you. I generally don't. I'm just like, not for me. Like, it's like, I'm sorry. Can't get down.
This is not a lie, Royal Rundown family. This is facts. He will send me. He'd be like,
I'll be body shaming wrestlers. I don't care.
He'd be like, is this? Should I care about this person? Or no, he'll text me like, am I supposed to care about this person? And I go, yeah, I'll go if he should. I go, yes, dope. And then I'll send him like 3 matches. They have to have the entrances though. I can't send him matches with no entrances because he's not gonna watch them.
You know what? I'm better. Because I just be watching it like, Because look, I'm not gonna stunt. I am the type of dude that like I go back and watch like Eddie Guerrero matches specifically, and I've been going and watching like random Raw matches, right? Because because he's really fucking good, right? And I like watch matches of like him like that. Other Olympian dude. Why am I, why am I blanking on Kurt Angle? I go and watch Kurt Angle matches like that the same way.
Other Olympic dude. Just one of the best.
The Olympic dude.
Just one of the best.
Girl, you know what I'm saying? I love dude. I do. But that's just me. I love the dudes who work like that, and watching Johnny Gargano really go at it in the way that he does. It's almost refreshing to watch. And now I can't wait to see, this program that they're putting together with him and Theory, Austin Theory, seems fantastic. It really does. It seems fantastic. Please.
Oh, sorry. I was just gonna say, like, sweet, you spoke Kurt Angle up, and that was the thing in the infamous group chat during that match, Johnny Gargano and Chad Gable. I literally I said Kurt Angle is somewhere watching this like a proud dad, because that was such a him type of match, and it was so fun. It was so fun, and it was good. And like, I know a lot of people don't like when people have debut matches where the person debuting it gets down in a little bit and doesn't look strong the whole match because they're debuting, so they feel like
I don't think he do you think he looked like I don't think he looked weak at any point.
I thought he looked great.
I thought he went in there and it seemed as if they put him in there with a guy who is near or around the top of the middle of the pack, and he's a former tag team champion, and we all know this dude can go.
That's my argument against that. 1000%. I was like, it's not like he was facing random wrestler 2 and random wrestler 2 gets offense in on him. No, he was wrestling Chad Gable. Yes, Chad Gable and the Alpha Academy don't win a lot, but everyone knows Chad Gable is that guy.
But when
everybody knows he's
going
dope.
to run.
And like, so for them to have, when it was Johnny Gargano versus Chad Gable, I immediately sat up. I'm like, oh, this is going to be a good wrestling match. I should probably watch. Put the phone down.
Great.
It was great.
It was a fantastic match.
It was a highlight of Raw, for real.
It really was. It really was. It was so good. No. The highlight of Raw, even more than Dom, okay? Even more than Dom, the highlight of Raw was fucking Fergalicious running out there with that motherfucking bandana. That purple bandana on.
Son. Grape gang.
The fucking, the Judgment Day gang banging, son. They out
that
here
purple headband sent me to the moon. Do you understand me? I was done for the evening at that point.
My ass off. And you know what? I realized what I don't love about, because I've been trying to figure out what I don't love about Ferg's new fit, because
he's wearing pants.
I love
got
it.
A body out. He need to be in the shorts.
What it is? You know what I like about these fits, and I like the dudes. Like I like Ricochet's fit, purple gang. When we see I fuck with the dudes like Ricochet's fit. So they have the pants, but they got the shin guards over that, like over the shoe and stuff. Okay. Or even like that should look fly.
I call it the Michael Jacksons, but yes, I feel you.
Because they can wear like Jordan 1s, but like they still got the shin guards. I love that shit. That shit's dope. That shit's fly. I love that shit. But no, I that was definitely.
Thank you, Katie. Katie, no, look, Finn got 17 abs and the quads and the hamstrings. Show them things, okay? If y'all get Rhea and Bianca in shorts, we need to see. Give me.
You know what? I am with you guys.
You feel me?
Hey, look, okay. let the meat out. Not the meat out. Let them legs out.
My boy E ain't. I don't get my boy E right now. He's a little injured, so you know what I'm saying.
Yo, look, you got Ciampa. Ciampa got his legs out in 37 abs.
He got 37 abs, and Bobby Lashley's still outside Bobby Lashley still got his stuff outside too. So we all right.
You know who don't have abs? Dom Mysterio.
You know what?
My man needs to get a couple. Okay.
This show has taken a turn.
And I'm not body shaming Dom. And here's the thing: people are hating on this storyline. They're like, "Oh, Dom's like this." Only thing I wish, and we talked about this a little bit, I wish they had him look a touch stronger in that match. I wish it was one of those moments that they had like Ray had to take a step back and not be like, damn, I didn't listen to my son. It's damn, I didn't listen to my son, but damn, he can kind of go. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so I missed something. So
I was arguing with you.
Had that.
Yeah, I argued with you in the chat about this at that time, but thinking about it later, I agree with you. I think that storyline needed him to look a little stronger in the match. My argument against it at the time was that he's facing Hall of Famer Edge, and like,
but
it's Hall of Famer Edge.
But that's what I'm saying. That's my thing though. Like everybody else puts the yammers on Edge. Why can't Dom at least look like he can hold his own?
Because I think the problem is he was facing Edge. He should have never been facing Edge. Not yet. I think they could have let that breathe a bit. But what I think the problem was,
unless and in trips we trust, right?
We're gonna let it play out.
I'm gonna let it breathe. Because what they might end up doing, we might keep building this. And
and I think they just wrote Edge off TV. I think they just at the end of Raw tells me that Edge is gonna be gone for 2 weeks.
So they wanted him to look a little strong before he bounces. He took a vacation.
Exactly.
Okay. You know what?
That's my guess. We don't. We're not sure. When does Rage Carrie?
He be rocking the purple too, looking fly.
I was thinking about this last night. I swear I thought about this because when I had the thought of, okay, are they writing Edge off? Is that why they're all beating him up with his knee and all that jamming? And then I'm like, well, if they're doing that, there still needs to be some sort of veteran, right, in the situation. Oh God. He's thinking he's got Serge. Serge has a thought. Serge has a thought.
We've written Edge off, right? Edge is gone.
Okay.
Dom is gone. So you're telling me that Ray is by himself.
Right.
Who just left NXT? Who idolizes Ray?
No.
Why not? Why?
No. Santos does not need to be in that. Santos does not need to be in that. Santos Escobar has his own gang. No, he's got it. Not yet. I want to see this match. I want to see Ray and Santos. Absolutely.
No. I'm not saying I want Ray and Santos. I'm saying they come and are like helping him because Judgment Day's beating his ass, and they're like, "Yo, legend, what's up? We know what I'm saying? Like we here, like we got your back. Why not?"
I just want
to have Ray by himself, just looking sad, begging people, getting on his knees every other week. Please.
I'm not totally against it. I just feel like Santos
shot me down. Didn't even think about it.
I'm thinking now, bro.
Damn.
Okay, look. I think
do me,
I'm thinking now. It is interesting. Like Joe said, interesting though. He'll take me off screen. He said, look, just go side-eye me. Go ahead, side-eye me to the people. It's okay. The only reason why I'm so like is because I want Santos and his crew to have their own. What would you
like to see from them on their way up? Because for example, Hit Row came back.
Right.
We see that they put them in here with MMM, right? Cool. Mm-hmm. That's a fun little few kind of get them too young. That's a
great match.
Perfect, right? Santos and them are, I think, a touch more developed than both of those crews.
Absolutely.
What would you suggest? What would you like to see for them? And what brand would you like to see them on?
I don't have an answer to that. Because you're right. Because
and that's why I put him right in there with Ray. And I was just like, you know what? Let's put him in here with Ray because now Ray's solo. Everybody's gone, and he is obviously still trying to fight them. We just saw him like a spider monkey jump on Puerto Rican DJ's back and ride him off into the crowd. Right? We saw that. Damian Priest, my brother, I'm gonna stop that.
He calls you know what?
Man, he was looking fly.
DJ every week, and it pops me every time
because he looked like a dude, and he even said he was like, growing up, I wanted to be just like Dwayne Johnson. I'm like, I know shit,
obviously. Sure.
You even try to sound like him. Like, yeah.
I love me.
Like he stayed at Hollywood Rock though. That's where he stayed the whole time. He was just like, I want to be here. But you know what? His whole look now works. What he's been working
really
on,
turned Judgment Day around as a whole.
Everything with Judgment Day works so well right now.
I like that they're less spooky and more just
they thugs.
They're annoying, they're annoying in in a practical way and not in the spooky smoke and mirrors kind of way. Someone needs to tweet all Surge's nicknames for people and just yes. We need to make a collage of all of Surge's nicknames for everything.
Please put hashtag respectfully after all of them.
Respectfully. Yo, Serge, we gotta switch gears because I need a minute to talk about all of this AEW madness, child.
All right, go ahead. Let's go ahead and kick it off. I would let you because a lot has happened. I mean, people are
officially suspended. Yes,
officially suspended for undisclosed periods of time. We have theories on why they're doing that. We'll go ahead and discuss that also. But let me ask you this.
Yes.
Of everything, what in your mind at this present moment in time what is your biggest takeaway from the fallout from All Out?
My biggest takeaway, and let us not forget, I am a CM Punk fan. Have been since the beginning, since all the summer of punks. My biggest takeaway is that All Elite Wrestling or Tony Khan needs to put some leadership in place as some middle ground leadership. He
put his big boy pants on is what you're saying.
He cannot be he is the Vince McMahon, or the artist formerly known as Vince McMahon, I guess, of that company. Right? He is the end all be all. He is the last decision maker, etc. And Tony, being who he is, he's a fan. Tony's been a fan. He's our age. He has been a fan. He is us. You know what I'm saying? He is us, except for with bazillions of dollars. And so I understand.
Somebody
and I empathize.
Pick up the show.
Hello. And empathize with the fact that he is literally working with people that he's looked up to, as well as looked at, there's a lot of that happening. And my biggest takeaway is that they just really need middle ground leadership. They need a talent relations kind of thing, whatever they want to call it, because you cannot trying to be a likable boss. I don't think there's an issue with being the likable boss. What I think the issue is you have to be able to say no to your employees. On top of that, as grown as 40 and 30, late 30-year-olds, because Kenny Omega and the Bucks are
you getting at it before I am. I'm gonna go at it.
I'm doing this.
Go ahead.
Because this is where because we agree all day. Because we've been talking about this for a week. Y'all, everybody is over the age of 35. Everybody involved. Every single
all of y'all
involved is over the age of 35, probably over the age of 36, 7.
What?
And you cannot tell me that you let this man, CM Punk, said what he said, and we'll talk about all of. I think we have some interesting opinions about what he said, how he said it, and how it was received as well. But you let this man, who just won your AEW, your top title, in the company that you are the executive vice presidents of, you just spent an hour before that. You guys just won the inaugural trios titles. And y'all let a conversation between grown men come to blows at work. One more time. Y'all let a conversation about words come to blows at work. Y'all at work. Yeah. Look, I got beef with him still from the stuff he tweeted about Swole. So I still got beef. I still got beef about that.
Understandable.
You know, so like everyone talking about, oh, if somebody said that about me, y'all are immature too. Like, you cannot come to blows at work.
Bruh. Look, he might not be UFC level, but he better than you motherfuckers.
Hilarious. Like, I just don't get. There is entirely too much money involved, right? Y'all started this company to be an alternative to what was already out there. Successfully did it. And had a successful pay-per-view. The show was good. Like, the show was entertaining. We had a ball, all of that. Only to get upset about something that happened. First of all, most people don't watch those scrums. Us super duper nerds and those of us that cover this stuff, we watch the scrums. But most of your fans don't actually watch the scrum. So legitimately, you could have dealt with the aftermath the next day. Y'all couldn't have just gone back to y'all's hotel, get y'all some deep dish and like relax. It's and talk amongst each other on how you're going to deal with that. Call a meeting on Monday, cause work, and have a conversation about what you didn't like and dislike. I can't stress, there is entirely too much money involved for these grown ass men to be acting like teenagers.
Look.
So I'm disappointed in everybody.
Y'all got Dre out here sounding like an auntie. Somebody auntie scolding y'all. Yeah, I'm just disappointed. Stupid. I'm just really disappointed in all of you.
I'm fans of all of them.
I'm going to say this.
I love the Bucks. I love Kenny Omega. I'm a fan of all of their work. I'm a fan of what they've built in AEW. And for the most mature person in this situation to be Chris Jericho is hilarious.
Yeah, and yeah, absolutely.
No shade to Chris Jericho, but like,
which is nuts, right? Chris Jericho is the voice of reason. What the fuck? Look, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. Yo, we talking about.
I love
words.
Chris Jericho, by the way.
Wait, yeah, but we talking about words. We talking about words. Y'all mad about grown men. Grown-ass men, families, and millions of dollars.
Millions is this.
Y'all are mad about words. We talking about words. And what's crazy...
Say it again.
Words. It's nuts. We're sitting here talking about words. And it's like, I feel like my dad, when I was a kid, I'm like, Dad, he disrespected me. Dad, like, how the fuck like words gonna make you feel about something about you? Like some you. So all of y'all involved in this. I hate to say this, and I say this respectfully. Y'all is soft as wet puppy shit. Like that is like the most like you talking about some high school beef shit. I don't give a damn if I feel disrespected. You think I'm gonna go out here as a grown ass man? I'm gonna go out here and throw fisticuffs and chance my livelihood? Because here's the thing, and think about this, you doofs. When you go out here and you do something like that, you add doofs to the list. You guys had belts. The person with the belt, with merchandising and everything else, gets a bigger cut of the pot. So you're just telling me you fumbled the bag as well, you fucking clown? Like, over words? We're talking about words.
Over words. And the majority of the scrum.
And you guys are the bosses. And we
executive vice president.
Wondering why it looks like the ship is sailing. This is what happens, right? And I hate to even bring this up or even come up to the comparisons right now. But what the fuck happened with WCW? They let the inmates run the fucking asylum.
It's too easy of a comparison.
Too easy because it's right there.
It's right there, and they pitched themselves as better than that, right? Like they pitched that to us, to the audience. I'm just disappointed, Katie. That's all. You know what I'm saying? Big auntie vibes happening right now.
And this real life beef, man. This is real life childish beef.
Look, Josh, well, I'm gonna get to that in just a second because
now they gonna shoot, work, shoot, work it in a minute, but it was legitimate beef, and
I think yes,
because
I
ain't none
agree.
of them that good actors.
I think there is legitimate beef. I do think that it's not exactly the way it's being portrayed.
I agree with that.
I don't think it's exactly. I think there is for it to come to blows
Totally
in the
agree.
locker room. That's why we're all in bamboozlement because like y'all are too grown and too rich to put all of that in jeopardy over those words. And those specific words, right? Like, because now if I go back to what exactly CM Punk said in the thing, the majority of his work was towards Colt Cabana, and everybody knows their issues. That's real beef, right? Everybody knows their issues. Yes. That is it's well documented. It's all of that. And his mindset, or allegedly he believes, because of what Hangman Page said in one of his promos, he believes that the Bucks and them were leaking or were spreading rumors to the dirt sheets about the fact that Punk got Colt moved to Ring of Honor and et cetera or whatever, right? So let's just pretend this is facts. People seem to think Punk is always an issue. Yeah, like, look, Phil Brooks is a difficult human being, from what I've been told, right? Like, this is not news. From what I've heard, for the most part, he's not difficult for the sake of being difficult. He's difficult when things start, when he's getting played with, or when he feels like he's put in a corner. Maybe it's just the Chicago-ness, and Serge and I, we kind of we understand that mentality to an extent, right? It's still not necessarily. I don't think that man is like
it's immature. Also,
it's not above reproach.
Exactly. It is absolutely not above reproach. No,
but I do. The one thing I really did feel, and I did actually agree with him on the scrum, was that he was like, "Listen, an interview. A question was given to him after he just won the title back from John Moxley. MJF comes back.
He performed for a half hour. He's MJF emotional. Comes back.
Blood is still happening. The man's still bleeding from the face. And someone wants to ask him about Colt Cabana. Out of all the things that just occurred in the last 45 minutes, I want to ask him about a man that's not even on the show. And like, so why he got triggered, completely understand. Like, and and when he was like, the fact that I even have to sit on here and talk about that man still is insulting, or whatever he said. Essentially, he said it was insulting.
And for him to just give them a bar, he gave y'all a fucking bar, yo. That was it. He didn't even go in. He just gave y'all a bar. He didn't get a whole 16. He gave y'all one. That's it.
Right. And you gave the Bucks
one bar.
I work with children, and I'm old, and I work with children, or whatever he said.
I would have fought with them too. If they bust into my room and I'm we throwing hands.
Now the two sides of this lovely story are hilarious, and like all of the seriousness of it aside, when you take the two sides of the story, one of them says the Bucks and them broke down a door. First of all, I don't believe that at all.
No, that dude don't got enough muscles in his shoulders.
I don't believe none of that at all. And then the other one about Kenny Omega trying to get the dog out the way, and it's just a bunch of. I'm like, whoever is actually sharing these details from either side, that's funny to me, because that's when I start thinking about. That's when I start thinking about like works and stuff, because these people aren't all the way stupid.
No.
They know stories.
Work, shoot, work. That's what they're on. We know.
So to me, for it to come to blows, there is something else none of us know, and we will never know unless one of the actual human beings involved decides to share it. Either way it goes, it was whatever occurred was bad enough that it came to blows, and now you've got three of your top talents suspended.
Your top money getter is gone.
And then CM Punk, who is probably injured, who's potentially also injured, suspended, injured, whatever, that's done again. And like, you really leave the rest of your locker room and the rest of your talent in a terrible place. Now, I want to move on because it's really important that we talk about this. Last Wednesday's Dynamite was amazing.
It's fantastic.
It was amazing. It was one of the best shows of the year for them. It was amazing. And to put, and you talked about him, Serge, and you talked about him, and I'm finna come to you. Jon Moxley did what he had to do on that lovely Wednesday. That promo, that segment with MJF, first of all, MJF, one more time, was great.
Look.
But that segment with MJF was hella entertaining.
It was good.
Stop it. You know it was entertaining.
It was good. You're not gonna have me sit here and say Dead Post Society Mox is that dude. Like
you're not gonna tell Mox gave you.
He went out there and did his thing, and you know what? He went out there and proved that I am the face of this company, right? And I appreciate that for him to go out there and do that. I was here for it. Now, granted.
Still not your guy. Still not my guy. Which is fair. I will always say that that's fair. But I had to.
I respected it though. I absolutely respected it.
I have to. The company being in the hands with these people missing, the hands of MJF, Mox, Jericho, Brian Danielson. That is, and then Hangman Page. Which, first of all. I can't.
It's too long. Like it's too long. You could have those matches could have been on Dynamite, but Dynamite was amazing. True.
Yes, like in Hangman Page being the only one mentioned in that scrum, not involved in the fight, and still and not suspended is comedy to me. But I
can see him in the back now. Come on, guys, stop.
I don't think Mans was in the building. You can't tell me that man. I think he left. He missed the whole shtig. He was in the hotel. Like, hold up, there was a fight.
Straight up.
Smart man. He ain't fumbled no bag. He was like, I mean,
hell no. He was like, look, that means you gonna put me right back in the title picture. He's like, the more y'all fuck up, the more I smell like roses, baby.
I just feel like I think that AEW people are like, oh my god, AEW's over because of all this. No, it's not. Wrestlers have been arguing with each other since the beginning of time, so no, it's not. And second of, I was like, there is still a buttload of amazing talent. The Acclaimed versus Swerve in All Glory for the tag titles again is happening. That is a feud that's probably about to be the hottest thing on the show in a minute. Like that.
They need to have Swerve and Glory, and let's not do 50-50 booking. Have Swerve in your glory, beat them again, but it can have them go. I'm talking about super heel. No,
I'm with it. I hope I hope that happens.
Yeah, I'm afraid that they're going to because Tony gives the fans what they want, and the Acclaim. Everybody loves it. I love the Acclaim.
Everybody loves the Acclaim.
They're fantastic. But I think I don't think they've allowed Swerve and them to cook like that. I don't.
And I think turning them heel will. I think turning them heel in this instance, which at first I was like, I don't want to do it yet, but. I love a good Chicago,
but you could already see him turning heel. You could already see Swerve when he came out on Dynamite when he came out and he said something that was total heel. He wasn't out there like he wasn't playing tweener.
There was no tweener. There was no tweener in that.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not an anti-hero. Yeah, it was a great show.
This stuff with Daniel Garcia and Brian Danielson and all of that. That was great.
Real quick, I do want to get your POV on this though.
Okay.
Does the All Out incident, Eddie and all these guys, like the backstage fights, does it speak to the culture of the locker room?
No.
Nah, it's just grown men having beef, being children.
Unfortunately, there was quite a few grown men in that situation, but I think that those grown men have more egos than the rest of that locker room does.
Yo, that and again, and we talked about it. That was my biggest issue. I was like, I think that might have been the first thing I texted you after that. I was just like, yo, the egos, like this is ridiculous. This is all ego. Like, man, y'all need to, go to therapy, get a hug, get some booty, something. I don't know, man. You gotta do some shit. That's just terrible. I don't get it. Like
it is, and I just don't understand. Maybe it's because we're not millionaires and we ain't never been millionaires so maybe we just don't understand fumbling of the bags over such frivolous things.
No, man, I talk to a good amount of them. I hang out with even more of them. No, them motherfuckers are not about fumbling bags. They are not about that life. So seeing these grown doofies out here, no, let me rephrase that. No, never mind. The real rich ones don't give a fuck. Them motherfuckers just be out here wilding. But these motherfuckers ain't rich like that. They don't got fuck you money. They got, if I take a wrong turn, I'm fucked money.
Yes.
That's what they are.
And they're still wrestling. So like, that's the part that bothers me too. You guys are still actively wrestling. Kenny Omega just got back from all of his 7,000 injuries. Like, it just doesn't make sense. And I don't care who was right or wrong. It should never have gone to blows. They could have argued all day long and nobody would have been suspended.
Well, honestly, you know what? That's one of those things. It's just like, they could have just let that rock. And then they probably would have slept on it, came back the next day and been like, hey, Punk, it's kind of fucked up. And Punk probably would have called him, hey, man, my bad. I shouldn't even said that shit online. You know, it was like, but they didn't even allow it to get that far. You're going to be all like hype and run out there.
Right.
Yeah,
clear it up. If you didn't do the thing he thinks you did, clear it up.
Easily. It's an easy thing. But look, again, egos and everything like that. It's for our standpoint, it's all entertainment. So it is what it is. But obviously, we enjoy we really enjoy good wrestling, and I enjoy having two major wrestling promotions that I can watch each week that are putting out fire. Yo, my weeks are fantastic. I sit here, I got shit to watch Monday, Tuesday, fucking fights start like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then I get to sleep. It's amazing. All this content. It's great. What a time.
It is. It is a great time to be a combat sports fan. It is a fantastic time to be a wrestling fan.
Third this.
Listen, I actually don't want to see that. Okay.
I would see this. What do you mean?
I'd rather see Kenny Omega versus like literally anybody else. I don't know. I don't think that's an entertaining match. I think a Kenny Omega versus a Ricochet is an entertaining match. I think a Kenny Omega versus Cody Rhodes is a very good match. I think a Kenny Omega versus Seth Rollins is a more interesting match. I think Kenny Omega versus Riddle is a more interesting match. Anything but that. You know, I love.
I like the Styles clash. I think something like that would be really entertaining. Just because you do have.
Katie said Thursday I shower. She said Monday is Raw, Tuesday is D. She is putting it all out. Wednesday AEW, Thursday I shower, Friday UFC Pass, SmackDown Rampage, Saturday UFC. Yeah, look,
that's the schedule. That's it. It's fantastic.
I watch and listen and read y'all's content about the other combat sports because I ain't got time. My head hurts trying to keep up with the wrestling. I got to keep the receipts for Serge's notes, y'all, okay?
Yo, hey, look, that's why I got too many shows and shit I be doing. I just be shooting from the hip, yo. I be out here like I get it in. I try to take as many notes as I can. I try to retain that information. And I give y'all what I got. All right. What's it called? But look, all in all, amazing week of professional wrestling and sports entertainment.
Look, trips backstage and on stage.
Come on now. Come on. Is this having a great player from a great coach and great gym? Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah. How many other athletes? It's a good point.
Trips he's great. I
mean Trips is doing it, man. Trips is really.
He understands his lane too, which I love.
Love it. I love watching it, man. I love watching it. All right, before we get people out here, Dre, I'm gonna start doing this. I'm gonna start. Let's give the people an old, and and people in the comments, let us know too. Like I said, let me know what you guys think. Let's all give each other some suggestions since we wrestling fans here.
Yes.
What is a match, a classic match that people should watch? Go this week. What homework should they have? What should they go and watch?
Oh, I am going to say in honor of the fact that Sasha Banks and Naomi were just kicking ass at the New York Fashion Week, just being fabulous and amazing.
Shout out to Sasha and Naomi.
My goodness. Looking like money.
Straight up. New or old, good, whatever. Just we will doesn't give me a match that people should watch.
So in hopes that they come back, to wrestling, or maybe not. I'm going to, and then the fact that Bailey is back as well. I'm going to say you guys need to watch NXT Brooklyn, or NXT Takeover Brooklyn. Okay. Sasha Banks versus Bailey for the NXT Women's Championship. I think you need to watch both 1 and 2.
That's dope. I think that those are good ones.
Katie said all of them. Yeah,
matches.
I mean,
yeah, that's real. They have great ones. Ooh, Ric Flair versus Triple H. Man, I will check it out. I'll be very honest with everyone. Look, man, the thing with Ric Flair to me, man, like
I knew he was gonna say it. I knew it.
It just ain't for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't watch nothing he be in, like that.
The WrestleMania Triple H versus not Triple H, Shawn Michaels versus Ric Flair.
I have
Shawn
watched
Michaels
that. Yes,
retired him is a good match.
That is a great match. That is a very, very solid match. Yes. I'm here for that. I'm here for.
Oh, Joe was like, no, I meant Flair versus Michaels. See, you meant the one I was just saying. We knew what it came to.
We got you.
We got there.
I would say if you haven't, again, I have been watching a bunch of Eddie because again, watching Dom come out there. And first of all, Dom has had the exact same haircut since he was 8 years old. Like I just noticed that and it made me giggle my ass off. But I'll say this. I have been watching a lot of Eddie Guerrero matches recently, and even Eddie said it was his favorite match is that Halloween Havoc Eddie Guerrero and Rey Mysterio. If you haven't had an opportunity to check that out, you need to.
A good match. It doesn't make any sense how good that
25 years later, yo, it was like I was like, yo, that might have been the best match I watched all year. Like, holy shit.
It might be. It's top 5 best matches of all time.
Oh my God. Watching both of them going out there and then the story that those guys tell throughout the match, Eddie going out there because Eddie was, for people who don't know, like even the background behind it, like Eddie was supposed to be the one that went over and got the title, but they were trying to get Ray to take his mask off and Ray didn't want to do it. And Eddie was like, nah, fuck that. I'm going to put my boy over instead, essentially. But instead of having, so he put this one piece on as opposed to his mask, like, motherfuck you, I'm not taking my shit off. And Eddie was even like tearing at the eye holes and shit and tearing it. Great match. Just great match, man.
That's great.
That's literally one of my favorite matches of all time, but that is one to go watch. What else we have here from the people in the comments?
Joel said
Triple H. Which one?
Yes. OG Legend of the Night. That's a good one.
That was a good one.
Taker versus Mankind, Hell in a Cell. I mean, that's a classic. That's when Mankind almost died.
Yes.
Poor Mick, Lord. Any TLC ladder matches with the Hardys, Christians, Edge, and Dudley. Absolutely.
Jesus. Yeah.
Bret Hart versus Stone Cold, WrestleMania 13. That is classic. A good
one. We watched Stone Cold. Now not live, but they watched Stone Cold turn to a face
that double turn
in his own blood.
The classic double turn. Classic. I'm trying to think of another really good one.
I just said one. I'm only giving them one today. I'm gonna give y'all one every week
today. Ilja Dragunov versus Walter NXT UK was phenomenal. Yes, it was.
That was a good match. I have seen that. Did you? I think you might have sent me that one.
I think I did.
Because I think when I was trying to figure out who the hell Gunther was, I was like, who is this mug? And she started sending me because I'd be asking if I don't know. I'm like, who the fuck is this?
He really do.
She starts sending me links and shit.
I'd be like, hold on.
You know what? This I say. I send her a link. I asked, should I care?
That's what
I think it's like, should I care? Should I give a shit? Like that's kind of that's pretty much what it is.
Says he and should I care? Yes, you should care. And
okay. And she tells me if I should care, I'll pay attention.
Yes.
If I get any type of then I'm gone. But if I'm out, I'm out.
Also, I strongly suggest all of the Stone Cold Steve Austin versus the Rock Mania main events. There's 3 of them.
Fantastic.
Every single one.
Those are absolutely great. Those are great.
Just for feeling alone.
Yeah. Yo, I was, and again, that's like I said, I went back. Yo, if you guys ever do it, and I know we also just like some wrestling nerd shit right now, which is fantastic. And thank you guys for joining us watching live right
Yes, and
here
staying with us too.
on the fastest growing YouTube channel and all combat sports and scrap news. I was just watching like random episodes of Raw, like early, like 2000s Raw, even because again, I'm looking at some. I was looking at the again, watching these fucking Eddie matches when he pinned China for the Intercontinental title, or you know what I'm saying, or whatever. And so I'm watching just the Raw leading up to it, and like I was like, damn, these are like so well produced and they're funny, and like then it's like they have like real wrestling, and it's just like, man, what a fucking time. And then it's just interesting seeing like how many of like the big moments that people talk about, and like it's like on the same episode.
Yeah,
and like some of them are the same episode. Like that's like, damn, they were just dropping heat. Like Vince just got too caught up with paying off his side chicks or something. Like, what the fuck happened?
Lord have mercy.
Jeez.
Taker versus Michaels. Yes.
Hey, yo, that Taker versus Triple H, Taker versus Michaels, that series, those matches, awesome. Yes, R.I.P.
Yes, R.I.P. to China, man.
For the
ninth wonder of the world.
You know what I'm saying? Legend. No, I'm sorry. I don't care what anybody says. No, this isn't it. Hulk Hogan. Have you watched that match? I tried to. I went back because everybody, and I understand the historical significance and all that other bullshit, and I get it, right? But I went back and I watched that match, and that was doo-doo. It was I'm sorry. Wrestling back then, there was a handful of dudes that were good.
And Macho Man Randy Savage was the best of them.
Because he's the only one who jumped off of anything. Like,
he made everybody look
really
good.
Tried to go back and watch some of this shit.
We were really little, Serge, so like it was exciting.
Like, no wonder I got hyped up on the Ultimate Warrior jumping up and down like this.
And he wasn't doing anything either. He was just doing that.
That's all he did. He just like charge up and then like and just walk off. Like, what the fuck is going on? Oh my God. Like, yo, nah, man. Like, I'm sorry. Wrestling started getting good. Again, thank you, Click. All right. Thank y'all. Y'all saved wrestling. And all the luchadors. And then the Japanese.
All of that.
All
that. That's who saved wrestling. All that right all there.
That. The Click, the luchadors, and the Japanese. Thank you all.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Yes.
This one, I understand.
For the people's hearts. That was a good one. And you know what's funny? Because that was low key. Rock was supposed to be face and Hogan was supposed to be heel for that. And and the crowd turned him. Yep. Because of how monumental the moment was, and this is before we knew Hulk was a racist. So so they cheered Hulk, and Rock was like, "Cool, let me go ahead." And in the middle of the match. He just wrestled face, or Rock wrestled heel, so that Hulk could get the moment and everything. So just shout one more time for how amazing Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is.
Yo, how crazy is it? And I always have to remind myself of this. This man, how great is he that his wrestling career was 6 years?
That's it.
He main evented 6 WrestleManias.
He did? I thought it was only 3.
He's main evented 6.
Oh, I'm thinking you're thinking all together. I was just thinking during the main 6, during the main 6 years, but yeah, I guess. Oh yeah, shoot.
You think about it, like this dude is like, and then if you go back and again go watch his matches, like yo, he was one of those big guys that worked. Like he was out there
his
working.
Matches and then watch Scott Hall because
Scott Hall was working too.
Scouts, but The Rock shouts out Scott Hall because they're similar build. They were They were built similarly. They're the same. They're around the same height. God rest, Scott Hall. So, and that he learned a lot. He mimicked a lot of his style from Scott Hall. And when you know that piece of information and then watch Scott Hall matches,
look at the jab. It's all in the jab. When he throws his punches, he throws his punches. His punches are a combination. It's Scott Hall's jab with his dad's overhand right.
Yep. And his dad's drop kick. And his dad's drop kick.
Yep.
Which is amazing.
His dad used to get was bouncy, boy. He was out busy.
His dad got busy.
His dad really
Rocky
did get
Johnson
busy.
was dope.
Yeah. And again, that's for essentially his teacher. So think about how great of a teacher he was to teach DJ, who's an athletic freak, but to be able to go out there and translate it like that in that amount of time is just nuts. But y'all, man, see, this is what happens. You miss a week and we just start randomly talking about wrestling shit. You see that?
I'm gonna try not to be missing them weeks no more. When I go on the road for work, I'm gonna have to bring my stuff. I'm gonna have to bring my stuff.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking. Hell yeah, that was the best part. Now every time I think about it, if I have a bad day, I go watch Vince get stunned.
Anytime young Seth McMahon wrestled was a classic. Katie, why are you like this?
Yo.
Listen, I give Stephanie credit though, because she's low key athletic. That woman, she works out with trips all the time. Like they do those weird, like not weird, but it'll be 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night, and they're like, "Gotta get my workout in." I'm like,
hey, it'd be like that with that
type
of
lifestyle
when you can
get it in.
Hell yeah, they moving around as much as they are. But I gotta get you talking about like this power couple. Like they're going out there. You know what I'm saying? They're going out there and just like wrecking shop right now. Like what they're doing. I mean, Tripp's just got another fucking promotion. Yes. Like he's. I mean, it's great. And honestly, the product, in my humble opinion, has not been this good in 2 decades. Like decades. It's great. Like even the shit that they're doing, the fucking Miz was gold. Yeah, like the Miz.
And I've always thought the Miz gets like a bad rap, but now we're actually getting to see him do the shit he does in a creative context, and then using him. Whoever, I don't know who did it, who pitched him and Dexter Lumis together, but give them a raise because that's genius.
Genius. Shit, it might have been the head of creative. That's what I'm thinking. It might have been.
I can see how that would have been. Sure.
Yeah. Look, I'm telling you, watching them watching the Miz actually feel like it's not silly. Like it's silly, it's goofy wrestling.
It's comedy.
But it's comedy, but it's still like, oh, I'm entertained. It's not
doesn't insult your intelligence.
That's what it is. It's not
stupid. Yes.
That's what
that's what they've done. Yeah. A lot of the times when they try to do comedy, it fails most of 98% of the time.
And you see, we ain't seen that bullshit 24-hour championship nowhere. We ain't seen them running around.
What's it called? Search the
bullshit 24/7 championship.
No, you said that's not what you said. That's not
what I said.
You called it the 24-hour championship.
Yeah, that shit too. That 24-hour championship.
Katie, add that to the list. 24-hour championship. Puerto Rican DJ, NXT Raw, NXT SmackDown, NXT, which is actually NXT 2.0. What else we got? We got a list going.
Hey, I'm gonna keep them coming.
Oh my god.
2.0. Yes, this was awesome too. And to find out that it was a work is even better.
Yes, because folks thought they really didn't like each other.
Yeah, it made it even better. It made me love it even that much more. It was fantastic. You been able to check out any of these those Legend series on A&E yet?
I have seen actually no, I don't think I've actually watched any of them yet. I'm behind.
Look, I've been watching. They just did the WrestleMania one. Those are done well. Yeah. Those are done well. Yeah. The WrestleMania one was dope. Seeing obviously Mr. T going out there and talking this shit and doing his thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was fantastic watching that. Obviously the Rivals one with Eddie and Dom, I watched the Rivals. Eddie and them, and Ray. I keep calling Ray every name but his own. I call that motherfucker Eddie. I called him Dom. It's like my little cousins or something.
You're like, Ray, Dom, no.
It's one of y'all. And look, I have, and then, okay, let me ask you this. Yes. Before we get out of here, storylines, the storyline that you are most looking forward to right now moving forward, because there's a lot of them.
So for each company, I will say for AEW, I am most interested I'm into Cody Claims. I am interested in the tag team, the AEW tag team titles, and not just because of the Acclaimed and Swerve in Our Glory, because FTR.
Yo, don't none of y'all put me on fucking line, fucking doing this shit with my tongue out. I have a lady, okay? I don't get me out here on some fucking shit.
Watch this,
yo. I fucking fight for real, yo. Like
he will break your ankle in real life.
My motherfucking name.
Okay, he don't feel nothing in his shins. Okay, he will
be laughing and joking and jovial and shit. Serge whoop ass. Don't y'all forget that shit.
But yes, the AEW Tag Team Championships. I think that is a amazing storyline between the Acclaimed, and Swerve in Our Glory. Plus, I think it's what makes it even more interesting is FTR is creeping in there as well. So I think that is amazing. So because I think even better and even more reason to make we already hear the even more reason to have the Acclaimed lose and have Swerve
them lose by nefarious means
and Swerving them turn full-blown heel, because FTR are not heels anymore. They are full faces, and like that's the rivalry we want.
That is the rivalry we deserve.
Yeah, and that's gonna be amazing.
And granted, you know who I'm rocking with, but we also know how much I love FTR. Yeah, FTR is one of my favorite tag teams of all time. Yeah, Dax is it at this well, you know,
he's your wrestler of 2023. He said
wrestler of 2022. Yes, he is.
2. Wait, what year is this? 2?
I hope it's 2022.
You right? Because I said 3. Am I right?
You know, I wasn't even gonna say nothing. You see how I was going.
I appreciate you.
I was gonna keep it moving.
Nope,
you know what I'm saying?
I definitely was like that.
That's why, like, I always laugh when dudes, and again, maybe it's got from Chicago, maybe it's got from Secure, but when dudes always be like, "Ooh," when they say something that they feel is like a little whatever they, homosexual, they be like, "Oh, pause." Wouldn't you want to keep going? Why y'all want to pause and focus on what you presume is something that is making you uncomfortable as it is? Why are we pausing? Why don't you just mind your business and keep walking? So go out there and scissor me.
I love it. I can't deal. Oh my God, Dre would tag with Bianca. You damn right I would. That's the home girl. What you mean? Okay, tag team champions. I put my hair up. I can.
Oh, hell yeah. Yo, time out. I don't know. I don't know how I feel. I do not know how I feel.
Oh God.
About the Bianca Belair, the braid,
the hair being sold
on WWE Online. I don't know how I feel about the braid being sold online.
It is being sold. Listen, we
know
whomst is going to buy it, because we know that our melanated mothers who have children who would like to be Bianca Belair, we know how to create that braid on our own. However, I think it's cute. I mean, it's like, look, I get it, but at least it's the right hair grade. It's got the EST on it.
It does, but still, I can't stunt. When I first saw that shit, I was like, oh.
Okay. I mean, okay. You had to think about it.
Is it bad? Because the first thing was, oh, and then the second was, like, it was like, oh. It was one of those
You got to
moments.
think about it. You still got to like,
yeah.
I mean, okay. You had to let it all, you had to do the math all together in your brain. Here's the thing. Miss Mamas, Bianca gets a cut of every one of them dang souls. So y'all, the bags,
little white girls
get
out
them.
there with little braid in their hair, whipping it
get
around.
to them.
Go ahead, get that merch. Sell that merch.
merch.
Part of me does not feel good about a black woman's braid being sold as merch. But it is what it is. It is what it is. If she's getting a cut, it is what it is.
She getting a cut. You know what I'm saying?
She's getting a cut. It is what it is. No, I love it. I love it. But no, they need to go out there, FTR. And I mean that's the move, right? You have FTR
that's the feud going into the year.
That's the feud. That has to be a feud. That's what I'm looking forward to as well. How about WWE?
WWE. I think the feud I'm looking most forward to is. This is tough actually, because everything's kind of interesting, at least.
Everything's pretty good right now.
But I think that I don't know. I really can't tell. Like that Bobby Lashley Seth Rollins interaction had me stand up for a second. I was like, oh,
fantastic.
Sure, I would like to see that. I think Bianca Bailey.
Okay, real quick, and I'm glad you talked about them. That's not hitting, but you know what's also not hitting the way I wanted to hit? Motherfucking Asuka and whatever her name is,
Alexa Bliss.
Alexa Bliss have become just it is Bianca and them. It's like they don't even make like it is not even entertaining, and this is just it's like Asuka, yo. I know I sound like I'm always the one saying this. I've seen her as a face.
Yeah,
she needs to go heel.
Asuka needs to turn heel. Asuka needs to turn heel and feud with Alexa Bliss and like get them away from Bianca immediately.
Yes.
Immediately.
Yes. Alexa Stratus. Yes. Whatever her name is. Yes. They all look exactly the same.
Stefan, you are the worst. Don't you dare encourage him.
Who is this?
This is my boy Stefan. Like, why would you do this? Man, don't you encourage the foolishness?
Yes, exactly. Trish Bliss. Yes. I've been saying this. See, this sounds like the infamous group chat. This is the type of shit I be saying.
This is really what he be saying.
This brother is brother after my own heart. Appreciate this guy. This
yes, it's on live because he calls Alexa Bliss super. Yes, he don't know the difference between the two. They on different brands.
Dog, I know their whole shit. Their music is even the same. They both come out to the same spot.
That's true.
It is the same shit. They got that shit off of Jock Jams 98.
Damn. All right. You know what? Thank you so much for tuning in to this week's rundown. You can see us on the Fight Podcast.
I wasn't
make
done.
Make sure you check us out on the Scrap News, the fastest growing YouTube channel.
Damn right. Make sure you
Sergio, look, I can't. I'm trying to hold the ladies down because we don't get enough screen time.
Whoa, but hey, time out. But I was saying that's why we need Sasha and Naomi.
Yeah,
they are needed.
Facts. It's the fact.
And by the way, thank you for having the title change. Thank you for having Io Sky and Dakota Kai get that chip. It made so much more sense. So much more sense. With them having it, I'm sorry.
I agree. I just hate that they did it in the first place.
Aaliyah and Raquel Miss Maga is with her, and Raquel goes out there and is just working. She is out there. The match is 20 minutes. She is out here wrestling 19 and a half of those minutes. And Aaliyah just runs in, gets thrown to the other side, and runs out. It didn't make sense. And dude, here's the other thing. Some people are just meant to be bad guys.
Yeah, because Raquel's grinning at me this whole time. I'm like,
whole time she over here smiling at me, looking like the Mask.
It's like, no, what's that? Have you seen the trailer for that new scary movie? I think it's called Smile.
Yes, the one where Buddy with the hair in the hair, where you got that fucking smile on his face.
Yep. Okay, we're done now. We're doing the most.
All right, we're done. Yeah, my bad. See, you the one that's supposed to reel me in when shit like this happens.
No, because it's true. Because it was true, and I couldn't.
Is Friends. The organization anymore? Oh no,
no, she is not.
No, she's not. No, she's
Saraya
not.
Is free. She's got a freedom.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else in the world? The worldwide world of wrestling. This week is anything we're looking forward to? We're looking forward to. Oh, by the way, salute to Solo Sikoa going out there, adding another chip to the bloodline. Come on now, gang, put the ones in the air. Bloodline does what they do. Win these chips. And word around the block is Roman gonna have his belts for a minute, so y'all get cozy watching the Tribal Chief keep getting these dubs. All right. Thank you as always for watching. This is episode, what is it? 27.
Yes, this deluxe size Royal Rundown. We had a ball today.
We had fun. Mr. Dre, thank you so much for joining us again, being here. Like I said, we missed you last week.
Man, I missed y'all.
And also, as always, we talk about each and every week. Thank you as always. Check us out on the Scrap News. Scrap News. If you want the absolute best in combat sports journalism, check it out. Ethical, fire stuff. And like I also said before, the fastest growing YouTube channel in all of combat sports media. So go out there and check out the Scrap News. Also, make sure you check out, you could also listen to this show on podcast form at The Fight Podcast. And don't forget to get merch. We got merch, we got mugs, we got hoodies, we got sweatshirts and shit.
I got my crew neck ready for the fall. I am.
Did it come already? You get it?
It did not. No, it did not come yet.
Oh,
but
okay, I'm about to say. I know it said it was shipped, so I know it was shipped. So you will have it very, very soon. And you have a fly right because it's gonna be cold out there in Chicago. Actually,
and I'm here.
Fucking fine. Know if it's gonna be cold. It's a bajillion degrees everywhere now, and global warming is real. So who knows what's happening? But regardless of whatever permanent fall or spring it is, she will be ready. So go out there at etsy.com/shop Fight Pod. All right. That is about all the time we have. But as always, it's been a fun time, and we will leave you once again with wise words from the philosopher himself, the prophet. They call him Joey. They call him Crack. Other ones just know him as Fat Joe.
Yesterday's price is not today's price. Yesterday's price is not today's price.